sometimes that happens, I guess. Not very often. It's pretty rare. It's pretty damn rare that you don't find a spot that's plus EV to shove in a tournament with 8 or 9 big blinds. This guy min raises. This guy calls. Well, I guess I call. I have to. I get nothing, like every time, so. Check. There's no reason to put my last 1,000 out because these guys could so easily be slow playing something. Just thinking that I'm going to put out my last 1,000. Like, just piss it away, you know what I mean? But I'm playing pretty straightforward here. I'm just check folding. Just hoping to hit a flop. Even a pair of fours on this flop. If it was Queen 10-4, I probably would have went with it. Like, kind of have to. There is a lot of, like, calling going on. It's ridiculous. These players are really bad. They don't know how to raise. I pretty much have to call. Like, I can't see myself getting away from this. Like, I had 25% of my stack invested and with the antes, and I just... Yeah, I haven't made a draw, like, at all tonight, so... Not making draws when it counts. Like the other night, I got 10th place because I made that gut shots. I had 6-4 diamonds and the button min raised, and I call with like 15 big blinds, and the small blind calls as well. And the flop comes Jack 2-5, and 2 and the 5 were diamonds, so I had a straight flush draw. And I just open shove because I don't really think I'm going to fold equity after the continuation bet, and I get looked up by 8s, and I lose in 10th place, so I bubbled. So essentially, I bubbled. Final table bubbled, which was really shitty because now I'm running awful, and I have no bankroll to supplement the money that I lost there. Like, if I had made that draw, I would have had about 300,000 in chips. Average stack was probably about 200,000, and I would have been hitting the final table. So there's a pretty good chance that I was going to win the tournament, like if I had got that draw. So yeah, it was pretty shitty that I didn't make that draw because that would make all the difference in my bankroll right now. I probably would be, my bankroll will at least be like 300 right now instead of 130 or whatever it is, which is pretty shitty. Hoping that one of these games I actually win. I've been having trouble. I don't think I'm playing poorly. Like, if you guys think I'm playing poorly, let me know, but I don't think so. Like, I think I'm playing pretty good. Like, best I can anyway. I'm not like steaming and tilting off all my chips and stuff all the time. Just trying to play the best that I can with the knowledge that I've learned. Like, I've studied a lot, so like in the last 2 years I've studied quite a bit. Like, it's my main hobby, and I'm not working now, so I study probably 4 days a week, like all day, and the other 3 days I have my kids. So yeah, I don't really play poker when I got my kids. We usually do fun stuff. They're only 4 and 5, so huh. Well, this is close, but I think I'm gonna fold. I think probably Queen 10 would be a call, but Queen 9, Queen 8 suited, definitely a call, but yeah, Queen 8 offsuit is just a little too weak, but it's very close. Yeah, it's kind of funny how just like one key hand can make all the difference in your win rate in the last couple days. Like this is crazy. Like that one hand, if I had to hit a diamond on the river, then yeah, if I'd hit a diamond on the river, then right now I would probably be up over $100 at least. But I didn't, so I'm down $20 or so. Just one hand. That was like $100 and some hand. All right, this flop is pretty bad for me. And he's going to win. Don't want anything to do with that hand. We're getting somewhat deep in this one. This one had quite a few people. It had 3,000 entrants. Oh, we're on the bubble. Just roughly on the bubble. But it's for $2, so who gives a shit, really? But I guess we got to pretend that it's, like, important. But it isn't. Not really. $1.70. Basically, this tournament you're playing for the Final Four to make anything, so. And I'm not running good, so I highly doubt that that's going to happen. Basically, I'm just trying to play through the bad run to get to the good run right now. But, you know, sometimes it just changes on a dime on PokerStars, too. It's interesting. It's kind of, like, realistic. I like your luck can just change all of a sudden, and you'll take down a tournament even though you've been running pretty bad. Ugh. Yeah. Not good enough. These guys are going to play it against each other for stacks. Pretty much, probably 70% of the time. Well, 55% of the time, we'll say. Depending if they're playing like a good optimal strategy or they're playing poorly. This guy probably just had trash. All right, Queen Jack here. This had a lot of people in it too, didn't it? Oh, no. Usually these 440s do, but it's getting later, that's why. Here, I'll open this lobby up too, and I'll put it here now that we're not going to be playing any more games tonight. So then you guys can kind of see everything. We'll make it 300 and get the blinds out of the hand, hopefully. Queen Jack's offsuit against a 51% calling range is pretty good. So, yeah, there we go. We made a jack, and this guy fucking calls and calls and calls and calls and calls. So, we're in a good spot right now. We built a pot, made a pair, and now we can bet. Now, if this guy has a 7, like, he's giving it to us. So, likely, unless he's tightening up, because he is getting a little bit shallow. All right, so Jonathan Little, I learned this from him in his book. On the turn, we should check back for pot control with our top pairs, because it really isn't that good of a hand. Even if there is a draw out there, you should just check back instead of bloating the pot. Underrepresent your hand. So maybe he's bluffing on the river a lot of the time with nothing. And now that we've underrepresented our hand, he might pay us off with a 10. He might pay us off with the worst jack, as opposed to when we go bam, bet. Then he's folding all his marginal jacks, and we're not going to get a bet on the river or on the turn. So we're going to make more money by checking on the turn for pot control as well. The like hands that you'd want to go 3 streets for with this would be probably ace jack, and that's about it. Or a pair with pair of aces with an ace queen, or a pair of aces with ace king. Those are like the only 3 street top pair hands you really want to have. Or like, no, that's pretty much it, I guess. That's pretty much it that I can think of, unless you guys have any other suggestions. Yeah, top pair, good kickers. Top pair, top kicker is 3 streets of value. Top pair, marginal kicker is 2 streets of value. And probably top pair, bad kicker is 2 streets as well. And then middle pair, good kicker is a 2 street of value hand as well. I think. Okay, here, this would actually be an open if we had 40 big blinds, but with 100 big blinds, we fold. And that'd be like your absolute bottom of your range on the hijack at 40 big blinds. Okay, this guy open shoves, or 3-bet shoves, over this guy's 3x. This is why you don't make 3x's, because now if you have a hand that you have to fold, you just wasted 250 chips. He just gave that guy 250 chips that he didn't necessarily have to. So that was poor. That was a very bad play. Not to mention, when he puts 1,500 out, he only needs like 44% equity to call or something like that here. And unless he has absolute trash, he probably should have called. Any ace he probably should have called, because he's probably going to have 44% equity, or any pair. Pocket twos even. I guess you probably start folding like Queen Jack, Queen 10, Queen 9, Jack 9, Jack 10. Jack 10 suited you likely should call. Queen 9 suited you probably should call. So like, yeah, you're opening yourself up to have to call with all this marginal stuff when this guy shoves, or I shove for that matter, because I have a shove stack as well. Was I in the big blind, or was that guy in the big blind? Yeah, I was in the big blind. This guy just sat. Okay, I thought so. Yay, we won $1.70. All right, we have 9,000 chips, so we don't have enough. We can't shove here because we're too big. We have too much chips. It's not 7 to 10 times his initial open. If he had raised, I would have shoved because there would have been more incentive. But with pocket sixes, like, I need to have 7 to 10 times his initial open, and it was only 500. I have 9,000, so I check. This guy is weighted towards so many aces and jacks. I'll probably call this. I have a flush. I have a tiny little flush. Hopefully this guy isn't good at poker and realizes he should pretty much bet anything here. That's another thing. Bet four suit boards, always be betting. Oh, nice. Your pocket fours. That was good. That would have been, if he had opened, I would have shoved, and if he had called, then I would have had him totally crushed. Okay, this hand is probably good enough to play for stacks with these guys, so I'm gonna be opening. A6 suited against a 7 big blind shoving range is running fairly good. I'd probably just open jam. Well, do I want to play for stacks with this hand? That is the question. I think the answer is yes, I do. I want them to shove with their marginal stuff, so. I want this guy shoving with King Jack. I want this guy shoving with Queen Jack, you know? I want this guy shoving his Jack 9s. Oh, wow. He got really lucky catching pocket queens with 6 big blinds. That doesn't happen very often. So if I open jam, the plan would play the same. But I thought if I min raise, then I might. One of these guys might think they have fold equity and shove, even though they really don't. It's kind of like an illusion. You know, I'm trying to trick them into taking their margin holdings and shoving with them. That's why I made it small instead of jamming. Like, something that I want to jam there would be like pocket 3s, pocket 4s, pocket 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. I want to jam those because I don't want to end up in a coin flip. I want to show them that if they're going to play their 2 overcards, then they're playing for stacks. They're going to have to play for stacks with their Queen 8 offsuit, you know? Because, like, we don't want to end up in a race with the small pocket pair. This is not what we want. Why isn't this going? I got pocket aces. Nice. All right, I'll play this hand out, and then I'm going to pause the video. This is an easy call, easy game. Ouch, pocket jacks. Let me take that one down. and move. All right, guys, I'm going to stop the video, and I will be right back.